We're looking crazy today. That's okay. It's the pre-show. Lynn fixes our hair. Outtakes are coming in early today. But there's no outtakes in live. That's how the business rolls. I think I have to scoot like once. Yeah, there we go. Now we're ready. I think. Alright, who's out there? Say hello if you are catching me live. Oh, I gotta get my comments pulled up. Come on, Lynn, you know the drill. Let's go. 1, 2, 1, 2. It's time to start the show. Hello, happy Hump Day, and happy St. Patrick's Day. I'm Lynn Clementi, your baby talk or whatever the show is called host, and I am here today in a great mood. My subject line title for the show, I don't know if you caught it, but it says I'm back on birth control. Well, don't get scared. We're not giving up on our fertility journey. Birth control is apparently step number 1 in my IVF process. So I think the reason we're doing this is so that they can control my cycle, very closely. I started on it last night. They said to take it, before bed. That way, if it makes me nauseous, I won't realize it because I'm sleeping. So that's kind of cool. Thanks for that tip from my nurse. Ooh, pulling up the comments. Hello. Oh, I've got fans already. Ooh, yeah, love this. All right, take my name down. There we go. Got Christy. I like that shamrock. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Have you seen Bert yet today, Christy? I think he might have stopped by already. So Bert is out of town. I think I'm peeking here on my sound. Sorry about that. Bert he's left me and the cats alone. We are just the three kitty amigos until Sunday. Bert left this morning to head up to Minnesota. He is hanging out with his mom. She's having surgery on her leg this week. And, Christy, his sister, my sister-in-law, lives up in Minnesota. And he was stopping by her on the way to see his mom. Hi, Mom and Dad, I think. And yeah, good, Christy. Glad. Here and gone. Hope everybody's feeling good today. Oh, Delia. Thanks for the shamrock, love. Love that. Thanks for stopping by. So great to see you. Yay. Got friends already, guys. This is great. Okay, so here's the news. We are officially starting IVF. We are officially in it. It has already begun. It is like faster and flying furiously at you. Let me bring you up to speed. If you have never gone through IVF, you're going to learn a lot and live vicariously through me over the next month, maybe more. If you've done IVF yourself, I'd love to hear your experiences, because if there's anything I learned from IUI doing that 2 times is that every cycle is different. It's different for every woman. There are a lot of different things out there that doctors will do based on what their practices are, based on your levels, based on your age, based on blah, 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 a billion things. So I'm learning, and I'm putting it out here so that we all learn together, because I think knowledge is power. Let me pull over my dates. I would love to give you guys, so if you want to pull out your calendars and we can synchronize so that you know when all my IVF stuff is, then you can send me nice little messages those days. Okay? You got your calendars? Great. I'm just kidding. But if you want to, you can record these. Okay, so guys, I am on birth control, and I'm not doing an entire month of it. So my last day of taking that, so today is, for the record, March 17th, I think. I'm guessing there. Hold on. Pull up my planner. Nope. Doesn't say my planner either. Where's my calendar? Calendar fell off the wall. Guys, I have a national day calendar. We'll come around to that later. Maybe not today. Okay, today is the 17th. It's confirmed. And that's good to know. So on the 28th, that is my last day of taking birth control, the 28th of March. So I'm taking this for like 2 weeks exactly because I started it last night. Then we're doing a baseline appointment on March 30th. So 2 days after I finish my my birth control, I'll be going in, and baseline, if it's anything like IUI, it's going to be a, did I go over, I feel like I'm repeating myself, but I know I'm not. I go in for probably a blood draw, and I assume that they're also going to, me and Wandy will have a little fun that day too. It's not fun. It's not fun, but who's Wandy? It's the nickname that they give the ultrasound wand that they put up you. So we call her Wandy. So they do a baseline, and then they start monitoring everything. And I might get a small period, a light period, after I stop taking the birth control. They said that's totally normal, so I'm expecting that. I'm going in for a medicine teach on the 24th of Wednesday. So I'm actually going to go in. They're going to show me how to do all the injections and everything. And that means, I think, that after the baseline, that's when I'm going to start with the injections. Okay, so that's on March 30th is my baseline. All my injection stuff comes, this is exciting, come tomorrow, but I don't think I need them until much later. So the big one that you guys are all probably like, well, Lynn, when's your egg retrieval? April 11th, okay? April 11th is my egg retrieval. That is a Sunday. I'm traveling up to Gurnee for this procedure. They don't do it at the Chicago office. All the IVF egg retrievals and implantations are done in the Gurnee office because that's where I think they keep all the eggs and sperm and make little babies in petri dishes. I just had a visual of what that looks like, not in a scientific way. Okay, so this is exciting. Kristen and me, we might be cycle buddies. Yay! Awesome! This is so exciting. I think somebody else is very similar on our cycle as well. So yay, we can have a little club. This is going to be exciting. Cool. And Kristen, you're doing IVF? I think that's what you mean. So that's awesome. I think you might have said that the other day too. Okay, so egg retrieval means they're going to put me under, and you know what, I'll give you more details about this as we get closer. And I'm going to see if they'll let me record part of it too, because the other women have done that, and I'd like to, continue to share my experience. Yep, okay, confirmed. IVF for Kristen. Yay, we are cycle buddies. Cool. Everybody's watching on Facebook today. You guys can all see each other's comments. Let me see something. There's only one other person on YouTube. I'm curious who that is. Anyway, if you're watching on YouTube, I want to know who you are. Are you stalking me? That's okay if you are. I've been stalking other people, so it's only fair if people start stalking me too. Okay, back to the show here. The injections, I had a big fear about them, but now I'm not scared because every time you go in for an appointment for IUI, they draw your blood, and I've gotten a lot better at this. And let me tell you guys, my mom, she could probably tell you all the stories of how many times I've passed out. She's not even been there for all of them, but she could probably tell you 10 of them. It's just a thing. I was very afraid of needles and blood growing up, was not very good at that. And now I've gotten over the fear. It's like, what do they call it? Exposure therapy. And now I think that they're going to be like, well, why don't you, start hanging out with some butterflies? And I'm like, no, because I don't want to get over my fear of butterflies. It's who makes me me. That's how I am me. Okay, guys, so leave me and my butterfly fears alone. I'm fine getting over the needle fear. So those are the important dates. I am feeling really optimistic. This is eerily similar to the first round that I did of IUI, but the thing is that the chances are actually better for IVF, especially for us. I think we're in something like it's a 40% success rate versus like a single-digit success rate with IUI. So that's good. It's giving me hope, and I like that feeling of hope. The only part that I absolutely hate is when it doesn't work, but you know what? That's okay. Thanks, Mom, for encouraging me and getting over my fear of needles and blood. You know what? Positive reinforcement and exposure therapy, I think that's like the celebration right there. That's the magic. So I'm going to tell you guys, I've been doing some research for upcoming episodes. And I discovered something this morning about insurance because I want to do an episode on insurance. It's a common question that I see in groups and stuff. People asking, like, how much are you paying? How much do these things, normally cost? And comparing notes and stuff from across the states. And I found an article that it was actually just released this week a week ago, last Friday, because now that I have my calendar in front of me, I could tell you. And it's outline state by state what their insurance coverage is for infertility. I am blown away, guys. First of all, that I'm so lucky I live in Illinois because it's required of insurance companies to offer coverage or to either cover or offer coverage for infertility, including IVF. So Illinois is among 17 states, is one of among 17 states that requires this, which is awesome. If you want to find out if you're one of those states, I will be sharing the article. I have it scheduled to post on my Facebook page tomorrow. And the bad thing that I found was that there's actually some states that have it written into law to not cover IVF. New York and California. And I think there's one other. How crazy is that? Like, to specifically say that it's not covered, it's law to not cover IVF. And I'm like, I'm not a lawyer. I'm not, I don't know how this kind of thing works, but does anyone have any insight on like why it is that they wouldn't cover that? So people need to pay out of pocket, and that, just as a range, 15 to 17,000 is like the norm if you were to Google it. But honestly, I've seen people say 20 to 25,000 for an IVF, a cycle of IVF. And of course, there's different options in there. Like if you're doing ICSI or if you're doing PGS, I'll cover what those like options and terms mean as I'm going through it more. Okay. I'm distracted right now because my cat is right in front of me. And this is because Bert's not home today. So normally when I'm doing my live stream, the cats go up and hang out with him and they leave me alone, usually. But I didn't want them meowing outside my door. And, I see Lauren. Lauren's giving me some information here. So I just want to, here guys, he's okay. He's settled. But don't be surprised if you see a cattail just pop up here at like any moment now. He's very, needy as a cat. Okay. Sorry for the detour. Let's get back on track here. Lauren is saying it's because it's elective. IVF is elective, which is very interesting. And that does make sense. Even though it's one of the ways to do it that has the highest success rates. And is it a recent change? Interestingly, this article that I'll be sharing is, my mom asked that, sorry. It actually shows you when they made changes or amendments or when the date was, or the law was initially passed. So for every single state and every single law. And they have like, multiple parts that are relevant to infertility listed on there. Joseph, he's just looking for something to get my attention. And come here, bud. Let's just do this. Come on. Come on. Come on. You want to say something to the mic? Come on. You're screwing everything up. Okay. It's the Lynn and Joe show today. All right, bud? Okay. This is what it is today. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay. And then Kristen, thank you for this note too, that the injections are not as bad as they might sound. The first one's a little intimidating, but after that, you feel like an injection champ. And I can't wait. I don't bruise easily. I'm curious to see if I'm going to bruise from the injections. Okay, bud, you comfy? Is this all you wanted? Yeah? Okay. I've got my raccoon shirt on today, and I've got my cat in my arm. It's very unprofessional. We might take this video down. We'll see. All right, we're getting some kitty love, Joe. Okay, you're lucky that you're cute. He's got booger problems, so yeah. Do you need me to wipe your nose? No, I wiped it before the show. Interesting, about the insurance, and I'm learning about. This is a great transition, actually, about other ways of dealing with infertility, and it seems like my path. And everything, from the people I knew, from where I live, from, when I Google infertility in Chicago, it leads me, kind of down a path of IUI and IVF. what didn't come up in my initial search results, and from the initial people that I'd heard about this, about how they dealt with it, was some more holistic therapies and cycle tracking and stuff like that, which is something I've been looking into lately. And that's another episode that I would like to go over. And I think it's too late for me to actually try it myself. But I am curious, did you guys explore other more holistic options before trying IUI or IVF? Or did you do anything in addition to IUI and IVF, like at the same time? I think, Lauren, I asked you this morning for that name, but I don't know what that's classified as. Like, what would you call that as far as like, you did it at the same time as IVF, and I don't know if you're still watching, Lauren, but if you are, hopefully you understand my question to you. So the person that I'm looking into, are you comfy? You want to lay down now? Are we just gonna chill? No, we're not chilling. Okay, fine. He's an independent cat. Probably just wants to go outside. Okay. There we go. Perfect. You're a decoration in my background, Joseph. Okay, it is holistic. Okay. So Lauren did hers in tandem with IVF, and it is considered holistic. And I had another person reach out to me, back when I was first talking about this, and she sent me so much information from her own experience, and she had told me about something called Mercier therapy. It's spelled Mercier, based on the woman who developed it. And I was looking into that today as well, and that is either done, it's a lot of times in response to trauma, like it helps with like if you had a C-section, or if you have fibroids or a turned uterus, or other things that are kind of more internal. And what they do is they work on like the massage or something like that. It's very fascinating, but they say that they're able to help women get back on cycle and help them conceive and stuff. But it can also be done in tandem with IVF. So I was thinking about looking into this and possibly checking it out. And Lauren had actually recommended someone to me that I'm also going to be checking out. I don't know if she happens to be the same as the other, like the Mercier therapy certified, but that would be really cool if two friends were recommending the same thing to me. So okay, I want to go back to Monday's episode. I had to think about what day it is. Monday, I was having a little bit of an identity crisis. I don't know if you saw this or not. About what the content that I'm building, and I don't know how open I was about it. I haven't rewatched Monday's episode to really know what I said. Sometimes I just black out and I just talk. I'm just kidding. Maybe not. All right. So here's what's up. Is like I was posed the question: Lynn, what's your channel going to be in 5 years? And I had a lot of people ask me, what's your channel going to be, in 6 months or a year from now, which is a very easy thing. I'm just going to keep sharing my story, which will take that long to do. But no one had posed the 5-year question to me, and including myself. I don't know. 5 years from now, I don't know that you guys will want to be watching me, raise a child. I think that I don't know how much time I will have once the baby comes. And so I'm trying to figure out what value that this has. And I think I figured it out. And let me know if it resonates with you guys. I think what it is that I'm being curious and exploring things so that I can bring it here and welcome you guys to share the information as well. Because we have people watching in different states, which is really cool. And I think that there's different, things going on in different states. And whether you're in the city or you're in the suburbs or you're somewhere, small town, I think that these experiences are all different and very important to talk about so that we can share information and make sure that we have all the information we need as we go through this fertility and pregnancy and, bringing up a child and everything. I think that the more that we can share, the more we can make educated decisions. And I wish that I had done a lot of this homework earlier, but I'm doing it now. Maybe it's helping you out. So here's what I'm talking about. If I introduce new ideas, to how you could be, working on your fertility or or, maybe suggestions for like, hey, did you know you could take these tests in order to find out this? Because that's another thing I don't have a lot of is like my test data. And I'm reading about how like if you know your levels, on a consistent basis, you can notice things, or a professional. I probably couldn't, but a professional could. And that's this kind of like holistic approach. Is like if you really do your cycle tracking, and have all these data points and stuff, she's able to actually say, hey, this looks eerily similar to, this condition, which might be what you want to try to address so that you can get pregnant. And there's no, and then there's no IVF involved in that. Maybe there is if that's the best option for you. But I'm rambling a little bit today. But my point is, I think I have found that my place here is to help create the community where we talk about all these questions and we find the questions to ask, and then I explore them and then share, and it just keeps cycling. So hopefully that sounds like a good idea to you guys. What do you think? Oh my gosh. Elliot's saying in 5 years from now, the kid will be in the IX community by then. That's hopefully playing for the football team. Yeah, or in the academy. Got it. Why IX though, not Arsenal? I don't know. Elliot, I didn't know why. You're an Arsenal fan too, I'm pretty sure. Silly. I think I'm going to keep it a short show today. Here's what I'm working on in the background, or like throughout the day. I'm finishing up a few training modules for my stream, and which is what kind of got me like thinking about what my brand is and having this mini little identity crisis yesterday on what's my content, what's the value. And let me ask you one more question. And I know that I have lost a lot of people today, and that's okay. That happens. I appreciate those of you who are still here. I am thinking about like creating a community with like a membership in a way so that I can keep doing this and not have to give it up. And what I mean by that is, like I explained on Monday, creating this channel, the content, the interviews and everything like that does take quite a bit of work. Even though I'm only on screen for half an hour to an hour, there's a lot that goes into it before and after. And my question is, if I want to keep doing this, how many of you guys will support me in this? And what I mean, like, that could be something on Patreon where for every video I publish, maybe you donate 50 cents or something like that with a cap per month. Or, maybe you just make a monthly contribution, for as long as that I'm doing this. I know it's weird asking for friends to like sponsor something like this, but also like, it doesn't hurt to ask. And if you think that's scummy of me, tell me that too, because if it's scummy, I won't even consider it. But that's why I'm asking you guys. So I've said so many times today, maybe I should do a sewing project. I have all this time to myself while Bert is gone. What am I going to do? I've got projects, so many projects I want to do. It's going to be fun. Hopefully I remember to feed myself and have some dinner and lunch and get to bed on time. Usually Bert is our kind of like keep us on track. This is our healthy routine. We'll see if I can do it all by myself. Anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Hold on, let me see if I missed anything here. What did I do, Lynn? Where'd you put your... Here it is. Oh, I see. IX is a great feeder academy for the world's best teams. I see. I did not know that. All right, we'll sign our kid up now. I bet there's a wait list. We'll put him on now. Okay. Hope they take girls, too. All right, guys. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate you coming to hang out with me and support me. Give me your eyeballs for a little bit. I hope your St. Patrick's Day is wonderful and magical and very lucky. I will see you on Friday for our 1 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time show. Peace out. I've never said that before. Baby dust to you. I don't know. I need a closure. Okay. Bye.